Hi, this is The Business Guy. I'm the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business, and let's talk about getting you what you want. The fastest road to success is to find someone who is already successful in doing what you want to do and copy them. So, what do you copy? 3 things: belief system, mental syntax, and physiology. And really, no matter who you are, and no matter the role model who has showed up along the way, successful people get what they want by modeling these 3 qualities. Now, these qualities were cited by doctors Bandler and Grinder, and these psychology experts found that you need to duplicate someone's beliefs, mental syntax, and physiology combined with your genetic abilities in order to reproduce any form of human excellence. And they're really the 3 forms of mental and physical actions that correspond most directly to the quality of the results we produce. So stop making up stuff in your own head about what works and what doesn't work, and instead copy what successful people believe, think, and do. Picture them as digits in a combination lock to a safe full of gold bars, and once you get all of them right, the gold inside the safe is all yours. And if you appreciate this information, please click the like button below so YouTube promotes it. Thanks so much. And if you haven't already, join our community by clicking the subscribe button below so that when more videos come out like this, you'll be up to date right away. Now, the first digit in the combination lock represents a person's belief systems. Now, beliefs, what a person believes, what he or she thinks is possible to a great extent, determines what he can or cannot do. Now, there's an old phrase that says whether you believe you can do something or you believe you can't, you're right. And to a certain extent, it's true that when you don't believe you can do something, you're really sending your nervous system consistent messages that limit or eliminate your ability to produce that very result. If, on the other hand, you're consistently delivering to your nervous system congruent messages that say you can do something, they signal your brain to produce the results that you desire, and that opens up the possibility for it. So if you model a person's belief system, you've taken the first step toward acting as he or she does, thus producing a similar type of result. Think about any U.S. president. They have to know and see and image themselves as president clearly in their minds. There's a story about Walt Disney's brother Roy, and Walt's wife Lillian was standing in front of Disney World. Roy said, "Oh, I wish Walt were here to see this." When Lillian spoke, she said, "If Walt didn't see it, we wouldn't be here." So the first digit is to copy a successful person's beliefs. The second digit to crack the safe of your own success is to copy the successful person's mental syntax. So you find somebody who is successful and copy the way they process information, and we'll give you some examples. Mental syntax is the way people organize their thoughts. So syntax is like a code. For example, there are 7 digits in a phone number, but you have to press the digits in the right order in order to reach the person that you want. And the same is true in reaching the part of your brain and nervous system that could most effectively help you to get the outcome you desire. The same is true in communication. Many times people don't communicate well to each other because different people use different codes, different mental syntaxes. Unlock the codes, and you've gone through the second door toward modeling people's best qualities. Now, the first big part of mental syntax is how you talk to yourself. For example, Walt Disney might say, "This mouse is an interesting character. How can I animate that character? I like this aspect. How can I improve upon it? How can I make a costume that people would love? And how can I get people to like it so much that they will pay money to see it over and over again?" It's talking in positive terms that build on each other. But what if his mental syntax went this way instead? "This is a dumb drawing of a mouse, so I can't make this happen, or I'll probably go broke, and I'll be embarrassed in front of all of my friends." Naturally, that's not what he said. So what you say, especially what you say to yourself, and the order in which you say it is the second thing you want to copy in successful people in order to get similar results. It's called their mental syntax. This largely consists of how they talk to themselves and the order in which they process the information. Now, the third digit to the safe is to copy the successful person's physiology. The mind and body are totally linked. The way you use your physiology, the way you breathe, hold your body, your posture, your facial expressions, the nature and quality of your movements actually determines what state you're in. For example, how do you have charisma? 3 things. 1, appropriate tonality of your voice. 2, appropriate body language. And 3, not saying stupid stuff. So when responding to somebody, do you nod like a bobblehead? Or do you nod once and hold yourself with poise? Well, what do successful people do? Actually, we're modeling all the time. How does a child learn to speak? How does a young athlete learn from an older one? How does an aspiring businessman decide to structure his company? Here's a simple modeling example from the business world. One way many people make a lot of money in the world is through duplication. We live in a culture that's consistent enough so that what works in one place will very often work in another. If somebody has set up a successful business selling chocolate chip cookies at a mall in Detroit, the chances are the same thing will work in a mall in Dallas. If somebody in Chicago runs a restaurant that dresses their employees up in a company uniform, the chances are the same thing will work in Los Angeles or New York. What many people do to succeed in business is find something that works in one city and do the same thing somewhere else. All you do is take a proven system and you duplicate it and make it even better, improve upon it. People who do this are much more likely to be successful because they're modeling a proven system. So physiology is how we breathe, how loud we speak, the tone of our voice, and how we hold ourselves. Do you think Disney walked around with his shoulders slumped down and inward? I don't think he did so. He likely walked around with a smile on his face, his shoulders back, attentive eyes, and engaging body language. So to be a leader in your life, we need to walk and talk like one. For many decades, the world's greatest modelers in the car industry were Japanese. What's behind the dazzling miracle of the Japanese car industry? Is it brilliant innovation? Sometimes. However, if you check the industrial history of the past 30 years, you'll find that very few of the major new products or technological advances began in Japan. The Japanese simply took ideas and products that began in the US and Germany. Through meticulous modeling, they've retained some of the best elements and improved on the rest. So the fastest road to success is to find someone who is already successful and copy their beliefs, mental syntax, especially how they talk to themselves in the proper sequence, and their physiology, how they move their bodies, and you'll most likely get similar results. Please click like, subscribe, and share this video with others. See you next time. This is The Business Guy.